Welcome back to the morning show here on Rise News. The NLNG Shipping and Marine Services Limited, NSML, has rebranded with a modern corporate visual identity aiming to enhance its position as a world-class provider of integrated shipping and maritime services. According to the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of NSML, Abdul Kadir Ahmed, the transformation is expected to attract foreign investments, foster global collaborations, and create job opportunities, thereby driving economic growth in Nigeria. Joining us now is Abdul Kadir K. Ahmed, MD, CEO, NLNG Shipping and Maritime Services Limited, on the show. Good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here. And thanks for having me.
Excellent. Congratulations on your rebranding.
Thank you.
And just the benefits I'd listed. But let's begin with the big news. NSML's rebranding. Why has NSML decided to rebrand at this time?
Yeah, thanks for that question. So for us in NSML, the rebranding is really a reflection of where we're coming from and where we are today, but most importantly, where we aspire to be, which is really a globally recognized integrated shipping and marine services company, meeting all international standards, being competitive internationally. As a company, this process has actually been in the works since our inception. We were created 15 years ago, and we've started out as a mining company, providing manpower onto our LNG vessels. And along the lines, we've evolved. We've evolved into technical management of the LNG vessels, the terminal itself, and build the capacities where we're able to really reach out and be more global. So the rebranding is really part of our aspiration of being a globally recognized shipping and marine services company able to meet the aspirations of all stakeholders.
Okay, but what specific steps are you taking to engage more proactively in the international market? What's the strategy within the overall framework of your long-term strategy?
Well, so as I've said, the evolution really started from being an in-house ship management company within Nigeria LNG. Over the years, we've built the capacities, improved on our competence of our people, and most importantly, entered into strategic relationships with reputable players internationally. One, not just simply to manage vessels, but equally to be an integrated shipping and marine services company. Part of the steps that we're taking, of course, is investing in technology. The industry is changing in terms of technology. It's evolving. And we are really working towards being at the cutting edge of that technology. But most importantly, it is about our people. The essence of shipping and marine services is about the competence of the people. And what we've done over the last 10 to 15 years is really build capacity that is Nigerian, but that is world-class, able to basically compete in every aspect of the shipping and marine sector globally.
I love it. So world-class global expansion you mentioned, and you talk about one of the steps. What are specific steps is NSML taking to engage more actively in the international maritime market?
Right. As I've said, so part of it is really our relationship with international partners. Okay, our vessels today call at every port globally. We, as a company, are fully Nigerianized, and our vessels are accepted and operate globally in the global market space, meeting international standards and being able to provide efficient and cost-effective marine services. Okay, in terms of what are we doing then to go out? Basically, we've actually started, because it's been a gradual process, providing services in-house. We've expanded to providing services within Nigeria. The collaborations that we've entered, we are actually managing third-party vessels today. We hope to expand that list of vessels. We are managing the Bonny terminal today. We hope to expand that. But most importantly, we're also seeking to go out into the West African and possibly African market in terms of being the foremost ship management company in Africa.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, one of your major milestones is the establishment of the Maritime Center of Excellence.
Right.
Now, can you tell us more about the significance of that center?
Absolutely. As I've said, people, competence is really the bedrock of shipping and marine services. And for us as NSML, we started out as a mining entity. And part of that was to train Nigerians in the art of shipping, international shipping, meeting those standards. We then moved along and set up the Marine Center of Excellence, which is an advanced maritime training institute in Bonny with the most advanced equipments, most advanced simulators you can find anywhere in the world. The essence of that is to build capacity, because without capacity, you aren't able to compete. But the Maritime Center of Excellence, apart from training, are also involved in marine projects and consultancy services. So the design of vessels, the supervision of vessel construction, and most importantly, other complex marine technical projects. And that center isn't just simply serving NSML and NLNG, it is open to the world. We are training seafarers all across Nigeria who hitherto needed to go overseas for their certification. The essence of that is they can do it locally, and most importantly, they would be equipped with skill sets that will stand the test of time, what we call future-proofing them for the changes that we see in the industry today.
Brilliant. I love the expanding of scope, just not beyond the Nigerian market. So how does NSML's rebranding contribute to Nigeria's broader maritime and economic landscape?
Right, thanks for that. So what you'll recognize is that the shipping and marine industry is global. It's a global industry. It's an industry that is anchored on standards. And those standards are not local, they're international standards. For us in NSML, what we've always aspired to be is to be a globally recognized entity, being able to meet those standards. Our rebranding is really showing that aspiration, that this is where we are. 15 years down the line, we've been able to imbibe those competencies and standards and are able to compete internationally. Now, what does that mean? It puts Nigeria on a global sphere, showing that, yes, you do have a Nigerian company that is able to compete internationally and meet those standards internationally. What we expect is that should attract not just investment, but collaborations in the Nigerian maritime space. And we are happy to be spearheading that, because what it means is we would be able to then provide opportunities for Nigerians, not only operating in Nigeria, but operating globally. Our aspiration with our teaming population is for Nigeria to be an exporter of skilled maritime skill set, manpower. And I think it's something that the government has also recognized the importance of the blue and marine economy, which, if properly harnessed, is actually a gold mine.
Okay. Nigeria is a significant LNG exporter.
That's right.
How does NSML support Nigeria LNG's operations and the country's energy sector?
Good. Now, so for us, again, what is LNG? And I've always said this, LNG is the means to transport gas from one location to the other. And shipping and logistics is quite central to that. Beyond producing, you need to get the gas to where it is needed. And for us in NSML, ours is to provide efficient technical vessel and terminal services so that we can deliver the LNG to global markets in a safe, reliable manner. And that's what we've been doing. So we believe we are central to that ability to deliver gas where it is needed, to global gas and energy security. And we take that quite seriously, because without that, then you will be left with products that can be shipped. Yeah. And ultimately, you end up in a situation where markets will not be able to have the necessary energy that they require.
All right, well, what are some of the challenges that the Nigerian maritime industry face, and how is NSML specifically addressing them?
So the good, again, I think when you look at the Nigerian maritime space, some of the challenges, of course, are complexities in terms of regulations. You do have a plethora of regulation and a plethora of regulatory bodies overseeing the shipping and maritime space. Other challenges are infrastructural deficit in terms of the nature of that infrastructure. And you also do have the element of competence and standards, the enforcement of standards. Okay? But for us in NSML, we do believe that for an industry to move from one level to the other, it requires all hands on deck.
Absolutely.
What we've been doing in NSML is that we've been working with various bodies, both private and public, the regulators most especially, to see how we can essentially work together to improve standards, but most importantly, to assure standards. And I'm glad to say that we're beginning to see the fruits of that. The other aspect of it, of course, in terms of capacity development is beyond just the basic certification. The industry is changing, and what you do require is for people working in the industry to be kept abreast with those changing nature of the industry and changing technology. You can't be static. And that's really what the MCOE is all there for, to be able to future-proof seafarers so that they are at the cutting edge of the evolution of the global maritime industry.
Okay, but with this transformation, what assurances can you give your partners and stakeholders?
Well, the most important assurance is to assure them that we will continue to provide the cost-efficient, innovative marine solutions that we've been providing. But what it also does mean is we are taking that step of recognizing the need to invest in technology, invest in capacity development, but most importantly, have the necessary partnership and collaborations to be able to provide the services needed to our customers. And I really want to assure them that what we're doing is really ensuring that we would be able to provide those leading and cutting-edge services that they've been used to, but most importantly, that those services will be sustainable going forward.
When we look at organizations like yours, yes, one of the things that are prospective is job creation and skills development in Nigeria. And that's a big agenda for this administration.
Absolutely.
So tell us, what's the rebranding, this rebranding of NSML, what impact would it have on job creation in Nigeria and also, of course, on skills development?
Good. So as I've said earlier, the rebranding is about really the evolution of NSML from being an in-house ship mining company into being a world-class integrated maritime services company. And what are we trying to do that for? We're trying to grow, we're trying to expand our reach, make it global, expand the business, make it more sustainable. And with that growth, it will generate employment. Today, NSML is the single biggest employer of ocean-going seafarers in Nigeria. We have over 800 seafarers on our books. 85% of them are Nigerians. And we do believe that with this rebranding, with this opening up to the world and this expansion that we envisage, it will create opportunities for Nigerian seafarers, not only on our vessels, but internationally as well.
Okay, finally.
Yes, sir.
What message do you have for your workforce who will be wondering, well, this rebranding, what does it mean? And then your partners and the industry at large as you step into this new phase.
Thank you so much. So for the workforce, it's really to sincerely appreciate their dedication and their professionalism. I keep saying people forget, and maybe 3-4 years down the line, we came out of COVID. People forget that when the world shut down, shipping continued, and people continue to deliver professional and efficient services. For our workforce, it's really to appreciate their dedication and to really assure them that this rebranding is about them. It's about the growth of the company. It's about creating value. It's about ensuring that everybody on board is able to see a vision out there that they have a role to play. For our partners, it's about coming on board. We are here, we are ready for business. We are ready to be global, but most importantly, we are ready to collaborate.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdulkadir Ahmed. Really great to hear, your insights on the developments, the emergence of the rebranding, its impact on seafarers and the marine industry in Nigeria, and very importantly, job creation, skills development, and so grateful. Congratulations, by the way. We look forward to seeing NSML thrive on the global stage.
Thank you.